And we should be good. What's up, guys? I think my might be a little bit hot, so if you let me know. I think this should be better. It was a little bit high there, I think. Kind of expected the noise suppression to be better than this right now. Max that out. Audio is not good. Well, that's not okay. I mean, if it's any better now, I just make some changes. Still think it might be a little bit high. That's why. One, two, check. All right, how is it now? I'm pretty sure I forgot to plug my mic in. But we should be okay now. It's still clipping? Please. Okay, let me know if this is any better. I'm not sure why audio was so crappy. Where is it at here? Side to chat. Open web browser. This one's over here. All right. Hey guys. Sorry, there's a whole issue with Discord not really working well with any microphone, and I have to make changes to Discord, my mic setup, so then I can do that, but then I do a live stream, and then it screws up here as well, so it's just all kinds of funky. Why is it? All right, let's try this now. I'm back to what my old settings were. Why is it still... Yeah, it should be there. Well, I am folding, so I probably should stop that. Alright. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. Let's remove that. Alright. This should be optimal right now. So, RTX audio is just crap. Like, let me go do something here real quick. Hang on. that's reconnected now. I didn't have it crashing. It's just sometimes it actually will like get rid of background noise. Sometimes it won't. So let me add some noise suppression here in Streamlabs and just see. This should help some of the background noise, at least doing a basic filter. Oh my goodness, well, that was a rocky start. I apologize for that. But anyways, tonight I'm here to talk about Megatron. It's done. It works. It prints. Just not perfectly yet, and I'm kind of mad about that. I've been talking, for anybody who was on the Discord, and oh, Jesse. Yeah, so I was talking to a bunch of people on the Discord throughout the day, pretty much since yesterday. I got it printing yesterday, I think it was, and I have a bunch of prints. You can see right down here. There's a bunch of prints already ready, and I've been doing some testing, and I'm having some major streaming problems, and I'm not quite sure where it's coming from because it doesn't really make sense on why it's happening. I think it might have to do with the actual clone Bondtech gears that I'm using, because I built this as cheaply as possible, and with most spare parts that I had laying around, and I did have a spare set of cheap Bondtech gears that were just here. And I've been talking to Chris Warkaki most of today. I don't know if any of you know him, but he's huge in like the bear community. He pretty much only runs Prusa bears now on all of his machines. He's converted all of them. He's built them from scratch as well. So I've been talking to him a lot today just to be like, hey, like, what's the problem here? He gave me a couple different things to try, which was swapping out the actual cold end, because if you don't remember from the build, when I did that, I actually had a very cheap clone cold end or heatsink for an E3D V6 that's for an actual PTFE fitting to go into it. I have one here. Yeah, so it was like one of these, and you have to put a PTFE fitting in there. But if you don't have a PTFE fitting in there, you've got this big gaping hole that's meant for an M10, like that. So I printed out an adapter, and it felt like the PTFE was tight in there, but he said it might be slipping. So I recently just got in a whole box of replacements, and these actually have the PTFE lock on the top, so I can put it in and it'll lock it in. No worries there. Still had stringing. I went to swap out the throat with a PTFE lined throat. Right now I'm using a it's mostly a TH3D hot end, but it's a TH3D all metal throat, which I run on many other machines without problem, but this one still has a problem. Then I tried swapping out the gear to see if that changed. It didn't, so I swapped back to this gear. I still have the problem. The only thing I have not changed out is the nozzle, and I'm using some TH3D nozzles here. These are some 0.4 millimeter hardened nozzles, and maybe this is it. I might throw a standard nozzle on just to see if that changes it. Where's nozzles at? Right here. So, hey Matt, hey Cosmic, what's up guys? I have a ton of nozzles to go through here. So I could throw on, I have a 0.4 millimeter brass nozzle. So I could try a new nozzle and see if that changed anything. I don't know if it will, but I'm kind of glad that I got to this point and I can have the stream try out. So I could try a different nozzle. I do have another set, a full set of Bondtech gears. Now I only swapped out the drive gear, not the idler gear, when I was trying this, and maybe I need to swap both of them out in order to get this to work properly. So that's an option to do as well. I did already swap out the driver from a 2208 to a 2209 because I thought that was the problem. I was getting skipping at first, and I think something was just not meshing properly, but now that's fixed. But I'm gonna leave the 2209 in there for now. So yeah, let me show you guys some prints from this real quick, just to kind of see where it's at right now, and then show you the stringy I'm talking about. And I want to try and fix that tonight. If anybody has any other suggestions, please let me know. I'm gonna talk to people in the Discord all day, and talking to Chris most of the day as well. You know, his big thing was it's either the PTFE slipping, a nozzle leak, which I don't think it's a nozzle leak, or it's just plain old settings issue, which I don't think it's a settings issue because, I mean, I'm using, number one, his settings. I've tried a bunch of other ones. I've tried from 0.5 millimeters of retraction up to 2.5 millimeters, which is way too long for a direct drive extruder. And this is the bare extruder. I did not remix this. Everything else is custom, but the actual extruder and the X-axis Y idlers here, this is all stock bare version 0.7, I think. 1.0 just came out like as soon as I finished building this, so a little upset about that. Oh yeah, let me show you some of these prints here real quick. So let's do transition to here. There we go. So here is the first print I did. So this is just a 40 millimeter cube. I was still dialing in my first layer, you can see there. But overall, the focus on that, yeah, I mean, it worked really, really well. This is a really nice cube sides. Here's the top. If I can get some of the light to shine on there. I mean, it came out really well. Really well. And I was really excited about this. So then I tried a ripple cube. Let's see what ghosting looks like. And ghosting is... Come on. This is a new camera, I'm sorry. So ghosting is pretty much non-existent. So there's on the Y, the back, the left, and an X. There's no ringing whatsoever on this. Still fills in the top and bottoms very well, you know, but here you can see a little bit of that stringing up in there. So then I went in and tried the benching, and I've got half a dozen benchies here. It doesn't matter which one I show because they all show the exact same thing. And it is, see a little spider webbing in there? That is my issue. And this was with the standard 0.8 millimeter retraction and 0.6 millimeter Z-hop. There's a little bit of shrinkage on this one at the bottom. This was not, I think it's the first benchy. But the most recent one is this one? Or is it this one? There's this one here. So this is the most recent successful benchy, different filament. Someone was asking if it's the same filament. I did try the same filament for quite a while. So then I tried to change it to see what happens. And here I'm still getting the exact same wisps as you can see in there. Exact same. So this is why I'm kind of leading towards it being the, let me turn off studio mode here. Where am I just at here? So this is why I'm kind of thinking it very well could be the gears, because what Chris was saying is he tested out the, what these Winson off of Amazon, which I'm pretty sure what these are. He tried those out, and the groove where the filament goes is a bit deep. So when they mesh together, they don't quite grip the filament as best as they should, which could be a huge problem. I don't think, these are different ones. These are, I believe these are Fisec, or maybe these are Winson and those are Fisec. But I have Fisec ones on another printer. My actual E3D Mark III, or sorry, my Prusa Mark III's clone is using Winsock ones, and they seem to be just fine. And these, when these mesh here, they seem to be okay. But they're definitely much cheaper. I mean, they're like super shiny. Like, they should not be this shiny. Why they're that way, I don't know. But I don't think I've used these ones before. But I'm pretty sure these are the Amazon ones. But these very well could be the Winston ones. Does this say here? No, these are totally different. These are, no, these ones are these are Fisec ones. But they weren't shiny like this before. Anyways, I think we're gonna have to put something different in there. I think that might be the way to go. Because again, no matter which one of these benchies I pick up, they all have the exact same webbing, regardless of the retraction. And I was tracing my retraction via just the file names. I was exporting them, and literally from 0.5 up to 2.5, they all are exactly identical with their slipping, with their stringing. So that leads me to believe that it's not gripping well enough. So I'm kind of hoping that swapping those out would work. So I think we might do that here, and then do a simple retraction test. I have
a bunch of retraction tests I was trying. This is already low. I'm gonna have to reslice it, I think, because I think I killed the what was on the SD card. But no matter which color filament I used, you can see it's still there on all of them. Now this is using Prusa Slicer, just to be abundantly clear on that. And what I did was I just took the stock Mark III's profile. I made a copy of it, unlinked it from the what do they call it? They call it the default profile, something like that. The system profile, something like that. I decoupled it from there so I can make all my own changes and it would show up properly. Added in my PLA settings and then my filament settings, and then added in all of my print settings, like from 0.1 all the way up to 0.3, with the settings from the Mark III onto here, because they should be identical. I mean, the Bear performs, from what I'm told, identical to what the Mark III's performs. I did have turned down my fan. I think I'm max at 65% now because it just blows all these wisps to the side. So I think we'll do that. We'll hang out here for a little bit. I'll answer some questions, but I'm going to go ahead and work on replacing this. I don't think I'll need to make any more firmware changes. I spent 2 full days on the firmware. I read through the Prusa ones. So did I try a lower nozzle? I tried from 210 down to 190, exact same issues, going every 5 degrees, and there was no change there at all. I tried temperature changes on the little ones, and I tried temperature changes on the large, on the benchies, and still, like, literally I could hold these up and they look identical regardless of the settings, which sucks horribly. This one actually stopped before the smokestack started because I already saw the stringing was there. No reason to finish the print. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this has been my burden all day long trying to figure this out. The last thing I just changed in the firmware was the X-min, Y-min, X-max, Y-max positions so that I can actually reach the entire bed. I wasn't able to reach the whole bed for these first prints. It was just slightly to the front left center. But now that I entered in the max dimensions, should have an easier time to do that. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get the filament out of there. Filament, unload filament, PLA. So if you've not read through any of that, 3D Obsession, yeah, it's PID tuned. I get a 2 degree or sometimes 1 degree variation on heat ups on both the bed and the hot end. And there's 0 variation when it's actually printing. I open it up into Pronterface and I'm watching my actual heat line and can really tell that it's having a big issue there. Oh, that fan sounds like crap. It's a cheap 24 volt fan because I cannot find any good 24 volt fans. I have more coming. I think they'll be here on Monday, so I can always swap that out, but sometimes this one gets a little rattly. Really don't like it. Hey there. CJ, yeah, Viking, he goes to a lot of streams, but he's been coming to mine lately, which I like. I like having frequent people. Yeah, I'm just waiting to get this filament out so that I can do it. Oh, I mean, you can see here my LCDs here on the side. I am still waiting for the longer cables to come in so I can actually front mount the LCD panel. And then I did just, I'm gonna actually start that tonight. And black, no, I'm gonna do that in green. Aaron just sent me a new knob that he made, and where's that at? Oh, here it is. So let me import that into Fusion real quick. To go, we're in Megatron, and upload, drag and drop, upload. And then we can check if this printing on the Mark III's. And when does the be in green? Go on, bud. I might be talking to my kids a little bit here because I am single parenting tonight. My wife is out. They all supposed to be in bed, but I mean, any parent knows how that goes. Yeah, so this is the knob he made, which looks sick. But we're gonna print that in green. Save that. Let's export it. No, I don't want to export it. I want to save as STL. Okay. This is Megatron. It's a knob. All right. Hey, Chris. Argentina. What's up, Martin? Or Martine? I'm not sure how people pronounce all their names in various countries. Martin in English. I do have one issue there with the unload film. It doesn't always beep at me to unload. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not sure if I have a settings issue or if it's just Marlin kind of being buggy. I'm not really sure about that. Yeah, so I'm wondering if it's an issue with my filament sensor. But either way, we can get around that. Well, that'll do it. Just break it off in there, Shane. I haven't really tested the filament sensor out. I just got that installed this morning before we went on an excursion, and yeah, I'm kind of hoping. Hey, bunny. I really, actually, let me switch to the other camera here. I really dislike the Bear for doing any maintenance on it because it's friggin' hard. You gotta take a lot of the hot end apart in order to take the motor off. It's off now. Thanks for the obsession. Yeah, I do have lots of kids, so. But I let the wife take the evening. Okay, so that part now here. Blessed or cursed? I mean, I guess it really depends on who you talk to. All right, we're free. Now to screwdriver. Right, here it is. Remove the motor now. There we go. I mean, these gears don't look that much different. Maybe they are a little bit deeper though, but they look like what the other ones I have. So we'll go ahead and swap these out then. New gears. Here. I did have a heck of a time originally with the set screw on the original pair that I had because it was just junk. That probably should have clued me in right then and there that I was in for trouble. But I have 2 or 3 more of these coming, so this still doesn't fix it. I do have some other ones coming. I am just super cheap and I am not spending $50 on a set of gears. I just think that's a little bit on the ludicrous side. So we're just gonna put that in, just snug to hold it. And then we need to remove the idler from here. And we're just going to use the bearings that came with these as well, just to be on the safe side. Don't need that, don't need that. I'll use their pin too, why not? Let's be complete about it. That's the old, this is the new. This goes on like so. Alright, so spins freely. Got this one now, so now we can put the motor back in. And this also is getting all new LDO motors, so LDO told me they're actually going to sponsor this build, and they're giving me the proper size. So you can see my Z-rods end here. I'm missing about 40 millimeters in my total build height because of that one. This side's 40, this side's a little closer, but this one's only, I think this is 210, this is only 200, but I have 245 build volume on my Z. So they're actually giving me new Z motors, XY, and extruder, so a full 5 set. And I believe they're sending me an actual one of the Prusa LCDs that has the shorter knob on it, which I like those as well. So that's very nice of them. I'm excited for that to actually happen. So that'll be a rebuild, which should be pretty easy. Taking the motors off, the belts off, motors off, swapping them out. Shouldn't be hard at all. This is the only one that's going to be a bear. It's going to be the, it's going to be the extruder motor because it's so freaking hard to get to. Looks like somebody asked a question. I can't see that far away. What's the PETG that you used on this printer? Oh, sorry. I actually never said. Sorry. So this is Sunlu PETG. The green is actually really hard to get right now. They don't have it in their Amazon store. And they said the only place you can currently buy it is in the China eShop on their own website. I've been debating on going on there and picking it up. I just haven't done it yet. I'm kind of hoping it's going to come back into Amazon. But they, like everybody else, have no idea what they're able to return is going to be. Like when they're going to be able to finally start making their filament and getting it back on Amazon. You want to say hi? Wait. Hey. You want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Say hi to the bunny. You say hi? This is Curious. We got him a few weeks ago. He goes, whoa. All right, fine. Gripe. You're the one that came to me. Remember that. Aye. The kids wanted animals, so the wife got him a bunny. and then the kids, and then the wife wanted an animal, so then I got the wife a cat. He normally comes up here and sits at my feet, waits for me to step on him all the time. Do-do-do-do-do. I really hope this makes a change. I really do. I want most of this to actually work properly. Once I finish this, we'll know in just a few minutes because I'll do I'll just do one of those retraction tests again, which only take, I think they take 10 minutes to print. We'll see if I'm successful in my endeavors or not. Or I could just always print solid objects and not have to do any retraction. That would be slightly cheating. But I don't have any. I mean, another way to try and affect the change is changing out the throat with a PTFE lined one, but I don't have any. The ones I have are for like crazy clones where it's an M5 thread in the throat and not an M6. I mean, it's an M6 on the heater block, but it's an M5 into the extruder. I'm sorry, into the heatsink, where E3D is a M6 to the block and through the heatsink. Pretty sure. I think I got that right. So yeah, it's just having a hodgepodge of things. It's never proper. Come on, get on there. There we go. This last bearing cap to get on here. Square away this cable again. I do wish that the Bear and the Prusa were better at routing the filament runout sensor cable, because man, they both suck. Trying to get this cable in these tiny grooves is just brutal. And whatever. Okay, so motor's on, fan's on, that's on. We will feed you in a moment. Alright, let's power back up. See how we go. Oh, do. Hey, Eduardo. Megatron is working. More or less. Let's go here to... where are we at? There we go. So we'll bring up Prusa Slicer here. Delete that out. Let's grab the retraction test. Oh, I had that open, didn't I? I closed it. Let me find that again here real quick. It can with PLA, Eduardo. It's not a guarantee, but it can. There's also, some people say you have to season it. I mean, it just, different people will say different things. I've never had this issue with any other all metal one, so that's why I'm kind of leaning towards something different, like these gears. So hopefully these gears will be better. Let's preheat this. Temperature, PLA, preheat PLA. Yeah, I'm kind of worried why the load and unload is not quite working right. I don't know if it's timing out or what the problem is, but it is slightly odd. Yeah, so see, I have Megatron in here. That's set. I did Megatron PLA. It's the only one there.
And then I have a bunch of the settings already here. Again, I copied a lot of these over from the Prusa ones. So for here, we're doing a extruder one. We're doing a 0.8 millimeter retraction, and we're doing a 0.2 millimeter Z-hop. So again, talking to was it? Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but retraction for this test is going to be 0.8. So that should be what it is for PLA. So this is not geared. The way that the Bear and the Mark Prusa does their extruders, they're not geared. Well, the Mini is geared now, right? But the Mark III and the Mark IIIs are not geared. So let me get this. I'm gonna do a filament load, see if this works. Load filament. No, not right now. Alright, so that's loading filament. Let's export this. Did I put that in? Yeah, I did. Save that. Okay. Oh. Saved it to the wrong drive. That doesn't go there. Let's cut that out. Paste it here. I forgot that the SKR, when you have it connected to your computer, it film coming out? There we go. Continue. Oh yeah, Aaron, you said it's not geared because you made your extruder on your build geared, right? And while that prints, I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and queue up PETG. I'm going to queue up that part. Where are we at here? Let's go open up another instance Prusa slicer. I want to queue up that LCD knob for Megatron to get that done. We're doing 0.2 millimeter speed. And we're going to add in the where are we at? 3D print files, Megatron, knob. Look at that. Slice it, dice it. Oh, that's not flat, Aaron. See that? Yeah, that's not flat. Did you know that when you designed it? Let's see if that fixes it. There it goes. I guess it just imports on an angle, but now we're good. And let's do 0.15. How's that look? About the same. And we'll do 0.2. That's fine. It's fine. I fixed it. Alright, we're going to export this to just the desktop. Go into Canvas. Upload. Desktop. Knob. And I need to go and change out that filament real quick. There's not much left of this filament. There's, I mean, just enough to do a couple more small prints for Megatron. I really want to get my hands on more of it because it is nice. It prints really well. Lower temp, 230 instead of 240, but yeah. Well, it's not my fault that you exported it at an angle. Oh, it's ready. Okay. Correct. Go get it then. So we're gonna hit the knob, and I can hit print. Accept to continue. Gotta go over here and press the stupid button. And I gotta check on my kids real quick. Give me just a quick second. What do you need, bud? Well, that was short-lived. They were sleeping. Were you extruding? I'm not extruding. Oh, because I'm an idiot. Absolute idiot. I forgot to readjust the gear. Let me do that real quick. Okay. Alright, now we should work. They're still awake, being pains, so kind of know how it goes. Now, is that one printing properly? It looks like we are.
We should be alright this time. Once it finishes up, I just need to make sure the filament is coming out there all the way. It does a big prime right here along the front twice. I think it goes to 150 and then from 5 to 150 and then back. So I do get 2 good prime in there. Really hope this is what fixes it, because I am really running out of ideas. I like the fact of having a hard nozzle in this thing. I really don't want to put a brass one in. If you guys have never tried Gecko Tech, it's amazing. You should really try that. I do a 5x5 grid on the bed leveling. It has AVL on it, which I like. I think Chris does, what does he do? He does 7x7. I'm way too impatient. 5x5 is pretty rough. Why is it M5 out? See, dude, you keep coming back in here, and you want me to pick you up, and you want me to pet you, but then you don't want me to. So, what you want? Oh, the bunny is back. If anybody curious is what this Bowden tube is for, this runs all the way up over to here. This is my reverse Bowden tube setup. I just modeled this today and remixed one of Aaron's parts, which is a remix of the bear, and added on this over here with a PTFE fitting so I can have my spool side mounted. This is a, I had to edit this one too a little bit. This is just a roller on some 608ZZ bearings that I found on Thingiverse that mounts here. It's meant for the bear. So the filament come up has a smooth area to go over here too. Because I had it without this, I was actually getting it was coming off the spool, and it was getting tangled. So, yeah, there we go. Oh, I didn't adjust my Z. Alright, go ahead. There we go. We're putting down filament now. Bunny, dude. Can I pick you up this time, or are you gonna freak out? You just want scratched. He's right down here. I'm here. He's right down here at my feet again. He wants scratched. He's such a dog. I don't know if anybody's ever had a rabbit before. I have never had a rabbit before. I've ever wanted one, but he actually is a 1.5 years old. We got him from another family that's leaving this summer, and they said he's like a dog, and doggone it, he is like a dog. It's ridiculous. Where are we at? Here he is. He wants pets. He wants to be scratched. Like, I never get it with that animal. He doesn't always want food. He's got food down in his cage. And he's back again. Yeah, you'll be 3D Obsession. You'll be happy with it. At least I think you will. I really enjoy it. Where are we at? This one here. He cannot play fetch. But you get out a bag of treats, which are crackers. He loves those. You get out his regular food, or oatmeal, or we'll walk up to him. We'll bring him some leafy greens. Like, here, do you want some? And he's like, yeah. And he like jumps all over you. It's crazy. He doesn't. No, he's actually litter box trained, Brandon. So he only goes in his cage. He normally doesn't come upstairs though. I gotta go get my son. Hang on a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I actually didn't know that you could. I saw an article a few months ago. Oh, it came undone. Shoot. Man, it came off the bill plate. Stop. Stop. Print. Cancel. Yes. Dang it. Maybe it's time to clean the bill plate on that. Let's do that real quick. Hey, don't eat my box. You can stay up here. You can't eat my stuff. As I was saying like a month or two ago, I read that bunnies could be litter box trained. I was like, no, they can't. And the family gave him to us. They're like, oh yeah, he can be. He's already litter box trained. He only comes around me when he wants scratched. But during the day, he goes in the backyard. We've got only one entrance on the backyard. He can actually go out to the front yard, so we have that closed off. And then we bring him in the afternoons or evenings around dinner time. He has dinner with us. And then he usually hangs out downstairs, but once the kids all go to bed, he comes up here and he'll hop on the couch beside you. He'll hop on your lap while you're watching TV or something like that. He'll come to my office, lay by my feet, or they show affection apparently by like running around your feet, which is annoying as shit. And he's doing it right now. We're still getting that stringing. Still. Try making the extruder a little tighter. See if that does anything. Is that lime green printer dual Z with a BL touch? No, it is a inductive probe on there, so it senses the metal in the bed. So the Z motors are harnessed. It's a single Y motor, but the Z's are running off of single stepper driver. I didn't feel like doing dual. It's almost as if retraction isn't enabled, but it is. I can see the extruder retracting in there. And I'm already on my second nozzle. It's just, I mean, this is the second TH3 hard nozzle I'm on. It can't be the nozzle, right? Yeah, you can, 3D Obsession, you can feel it, retraction, you can see it here. I can feel it going up and down.
I mean, why? Why? I mean, it's in here. It's set. Like, what am I missing? Retraction, 0.8 millimeters. 0.2 millimeters Z-lift. 45 millimeters a second. Indy, you can't run a BL touch and a Z end stop at the same time. You have to run one or the other, in my opinion. Yeah, but this is already the second one that I've put on there. I mean, again, unless it's a TH3D nozzle issue, but I can't see why it would be, to be honest. Let's connect Proner face up here. All right, let's bring the Z up, center those. G1, Z, 180. Yeah, I mean, where are we at here? You can see all those straight. Look at that. This is at 200. And this is using a Prusa PTFE piece for it. It's not, Brandon, it's not the reverse Bowden because I had this issue before the reverse Bowden happened. And I pulled the reverse Bowden off the top, and so it would have stopped at the top there. I just snapped these. Come on. You see how they goes all the way to the top? I pulled the reverse Bowden out of the equation, so it wasn't that. I need to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, I did try an oil. That didn't do anything. Alright, so let's get this nozzle up to heat. So it's 245 set. No, don't. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, but Chep is doing it on a PTFE lined Ender 3 crappy hot end. You bumped your temp up. I didn't go any higher than 210. I have tried a different heat break. They are identical. I mean, it is retraction. I can feel it retracting. I can see the gears moving. I can feel the filament going up and down. So let's just get out my nozzle wrench. Get this ready to go. Oh, I get the filament out of the way. Not getting any ooze anywhere. I mean, the pulls come clean. Put you right there. Make sure this is 0.4. I mean, I don't have any more micro Swiss, which is kind of a bummer. But here is a brand new 0.4. Where do I put the wrench? There it is. Okay. Gear block. Where's my, oh, my wrench is right here. That's what I need. Make sure I get this thing on there good and tight. Okay. It's on there good and tight. Whew, that's toasty. And these cheap silicone socks are already deforming. They suck. Stay up. Whew, man, it's hot. Oh, I don't know if I have any more. Emma, put that stuff up on the thing and go to bed. Got another one here I can take care of. Curious, quit eating my box. Maddie, get in bed. New sock on because these things, they deform so quickly. Alright, well, let's put filament in. Bulge off. Okay, filament does come out. Let's print another one, see what happens. Quit eating my box. Instant closed captioning. Oh, that's kind of cool. Didn't know that happened. No, this version should work because I have somebody else that's using this exact same one, and it should be fine. Hey, get off the box. Doggone bunny. I mean, I can do another PID tuning and see where we are. Bed has to heat up before it does bed leveling. I did finally get my Z to move faster. That was also a something I was trying to work on the past few days, was getting that worked out. I will be happy if I know that it's not the gears. I can say that, because then I know that these gears are still good. It's got to be something else. No, don't go after it. Where are we at here? So if I'm looking, if a run out is enabled, it's in the max. The only thing I can think of is that maybe my run out sensor is backwards. That's why it's not working. That's right here in this section. I'm not sure. Yeah, I honestly didn't even know that YouTube did auto. Does it only do it for English, or does it do it for other languages? Yep. Don't like just your Z on the fly. I guess, I mean, the only thing after this is to change out the heat break yet again. But I am running out of options when it comes to the heat break. I think I only have the same all metal ones. So I have this PTFE lined one here. But the problem is it doesn't fit in these new heat breaks that I got. But it fits in here. Does it fit in the other one that I had? Where'd that one go? Shoot, where's the other one that I used? Yeah, because I think these are M6. And it just doesn't work out at all. It just floats in there. Such a pain in my butt. Yeah, I have this all metal one here. This one is from, this one's not a TH3D all metal, but I have used it before, and it does thread into these. So I could try this non TH3D one, see if that helps. We'll see how this test pans out first. Okay, here's the TH3D ones. And they look friggin' identical. Like, I don't get it at all. They look identical. But that's just a pain. I've taken this apart for like the 4th time today. Doggone it. So this PTFE lined one, what can I get you to fit in? Or where did that other heat break go? I could just put an E3D Volcano on. I do have that laying around here. Fully legit E3D Volcano hot end. I gotta find where the other heat break went, or the other heat sink went. Where did it go? This one's not it. That's not it. I mean, this one will work though if this fits. Nope, doesn't fit. What is this one from? I don't remember. It only fits these direct drive clones. Doesn't fit the remote ones. I don't know. I got too many various configurations here. Brandon, I did not, because that shouldn't matter. We're stringing. If anything, it's even worse. So let's do the heat break. Yeah, that print filter failed again. Son of a gun, my luck today is another one of these days. Same spot, too. I know, Aaron, I don't know if you're still there, but that, my printer's not liking that knob. Alright, let's do the throat now. So let's get Bronner face back up here. Send that up there. Set that hot so we can get that out. And go from there. Alright, back to the surgery. This is easier though, I guess. I mean, just because I don't have to get to the motor. I can get to this much more easily. Take it out. Well, everything else prints just fine on that printer, Aaron. I have to add either a glue stick or something else to make that thing stick, but for some reason, it does not like it. Alright. Put that sock to the side. Hot. I guess let's loosen that nozzle first. Let me switch, you guys can see this. right there. Well, that's tight now. Come on. Okay. That's hot. Here's the old one. Chuck that. I'm going to pull this PTFE piece out a little bit. And then put in a new one. See if this one works here. Gunner, I'm trying to fix stringing. I'm getting this wispiness on all of my prints regardless of retraction. I'm getting these wisps. So I'm trying to eliminate everything from a possibility. PTFE is in there. That's the hard part, to get this back in there when it's freaking hot. Where did I put that piece at? Survey the area. If it's a snake, it bit me. There it is. That was a very dad thing to say. If it's a snake, it bit you, son. No, the PTFE is perfect. I checked it, and it is, but it is a direct one from Prusa, and it goes all the way down exactly where it should. No issues with that. But still, even if it wasn't perfect, I would be getting bulging or clogs. That's the thing. The PTFE doesn't cause this issue. That would cause me to get a clog because it's not straight, so filament is heating up and oozing up around inside the throat under the PTFE, and then cooling, or improper cooling, which would mean that I'm getting heat creep. And this is not heat creep, because heat creep also is clogs, it's not stringing. Alright, before we do this again, let's do let's cool it down. Let's do a PID tuning again, and then we can go from there. No, I'm getting great. I can feel it, but also, I mean, when this thing is hot, I can put my hand on the heatsink, and it's not too hot at all. And again, if it was not cooling well enough, I'd be getting clogs, not stringing. I need to let it cool down before I can do a PID tuning. Oh dear. Where are we at here? So... Where are we at now? We're getting there. I'm gonna get down to like 100 and some. Lower than that. We're at 166 right now. A little lower than that. Hello, bunny. You're back again. Where are we at here? 150. Okay, so let's see if we're gonna do this here. M303 E0 S200. Let's do 8 cycles. Alright, and we are PID tuning again. So we'll do this, we'll throw that into Marlin. I'm going to go ahead and change my my Z offset in here real quick. So we're doing 2.35 is my new offset. Save that. And then we can do the PID settings here again. So we're going to call this Tron Bear Hot End. Never change the name of that. Probably do the bed after this too, since I'm already doing it. I don't want to upload the firmware more than I have to. Just while I wait for that. Cheat and make Aaron's print finally work. Yes, dude, I know. Hello. Double check this.
Oh, I get it. I was a big Bugs Bunny fan when I was a kid. It is putting all that down at one time. So let's go back into Canvas Hub. Tell it to print again. Accept to continue. Go push the stupid button. I'm so tired of every time I don't upgrade my firmware, I have to set that. Oh, you know what? That could be why it's not sticking. It might not be Aaron's fault after all. Yep. I didn't set it to PETG. So let's I canceled you already. Set that. Disconnect. Come on. Disconnect. Oh my god. Sometimes I really hate Octoprint. Like really, really hate Octoprint. It's such a pain in the butt sometimes. Connect. Alright, we're connected. We're connecting. Yeah, we're connected. Alright. We delete this one here. Let's upload PETG version of it. And now hit print. I love using them. Then I don't have to take the blame for my problems. Thankfully, he's a big boy and he can take it. Okay, so that's done. Where's the PID tuning at? Where's product face? All right, let's add these values into my thing here. They're not much different. And then 94.39. Now let's do the bed real quick. It should be 30. Oh, it's E minus 1. E minus 1. S260. Whoops. Okay, it started. All right, do 8 cycles of that real quick, and then we'll update the bed here. Change my labeling in here as well. Because if I do end up sharing all this, I'd like to be able to have everything properly done. Oh. That's not bad. S200C8. Run that. I like that. Okay. Back down here to bed. Let's see what the bed says. Are we coding up? Yeah, we're heating up. Okay. Streamlabs, there we go. Alright, that's printing now.
Where are we at here? There we go. Okay. It is heating. It's doing its thing. I need a drink. I need to get a snack here soon. This is making me hungry. Find, what are these ones that I ordered before? Where is he at here? So I was looking here on Amazon. Let me see if I can find just search extruder, see what comes up. Yeah, so those are the ones I ordered. I ordered that volcano. There's that. There's that. There's Teflon lined ones that I ordered on Amazon. I ordered these on Amazon. But these are the PTFE lined ones. They're not available. Of course. So I need to just find some new PTFE lined ones to have. Where's the Win somebody? Where's that at? Winson. 3D printer parts. Heat break throat. So they have the all metal ones. They're out of stock. Oh, I did have those open, didn't I? Yeah, so these guys got some here. These look like they would work. PTFE lined ones. That's just 2 of them. I thought I had one. It was a pack of them here. Oh, they have the pack here. So we've got 5 of each. So maybe I'll try to order one of these. And these should work. They're M6, which is what it needs to be. I mean, so what? I mean, let's double check. What's the E3D? Stepper driver heatsink. So the E3D heatsink should be M6, right? No, they're M7 to an M6. Oh, shoot. So I need to get ones appropriate for that, and these ones are M6 through and through. So these won't work. Bugger. And their M7s are out of stock. Let's do M7. I need to find some PTFE lined ones to have around. These ones are PTFE lined. $3 shipping? This is America. We don't pay for shipping. I want prime shipping. Some prime time shipping. What do we got here? This one comes with nozzles, which I don't need. I've got tons of nozzles, but is the threading right? 10-piece heat break. I like that. Okay. Is a V6, but is it M7? Doesn't say. It says it fits. Oh yeah, here it is. M7, M6. Okay. These might work. Dude, get off my feet. You have food in your cage. Go eat. Just one scratched. Alright, is the bed PID tuning done?
think it is. Yep, there it is. All right, so configuration H. 34.86, 2.27, and then 356.96. Alright, so let's save this and let's send this to the printer. Disconnect printer face so it can do that. Back here. Yeah, so these are alright, PTFE lined ones. Let's add some of these. And then let me grab some more metal ones. So these ones don't say what they are, they do say. Okay, M7, M6, but those other ones are better deal. No, it's PT3D throat metal. Metal. Comes with tubes inside. That's not all metal then. They look all metal though. They don't look so great because the TH3D ones that are causing me a problem have that threading there at the bottom. Like they're poorly machined. I haven't had issues with them before though. It's been kind of killing me here. Titanium heat break. Micro Swiss has one. Okay, let's just do. Where's the other search I had? Here you go. V6 heat break M7. All metal. Okay. Some random seller. M7, M6. That's good. Oh, they say these are lined. One thing says they're all metal, one thing says they're not. That's confusing. Oh, that's that same link. Is that still updating? Oh, it's sent. So we got to go to the USB drive. Let's delete this older one. Good to, and reboot the machine. Okay, let that boot up. Let the firmware take effect. A lathe. If I had the space for a lathe, 100%, I'd buy one. Like seeing Stefan at CNC Kitchen, he bought a little one. Man, I would love to be able to do that. These look the same. I'm not a fan of the way these are tooled. I'm afraid they won't be that good. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's $5. Let's take the jump. Let's give that a shot. Okay, printer face. Let me get up there now. We're good to go. Let's connect. Let's home everything. Oh, jeez, buddy. God, crike. You alright? Dude, you're literally under my feet. Alright, now we'll get that hot end heated up. We'll load the filament in. Nothing venture, nothing gain. That's absolutely right. What Disney movie was that from? Oh, it was from The Croods. Yeah, The Croods said that. We just watched that earlier this week, I think. It could be, Aaron. You're right. I mean, I'll just buy it. We'll see how it goes. I could just buy some E3D ones. They're just expensive. I mean, they're what, $14 a piece. I mean, I really should just buy those and not use the cheap crap. But I am cheap. If no one's experienced that or understands that, I am very cheap. So yeah. Raspberry Pi. Target has a Raspberry Pi 4B 4 gig for $50. That's not too bad. I love my Slicks Deals app. It tells me everything that's on sale. Here we do change filament, load filament, tighten this. Loading. Are we loading? Yeah. We're loading. Let's see. I don't have any Kami drill bits. I think I have them in my cart, or I was looking for some drill bits. But yeah, I don't have any of those. I only have standard ones, not metric. I need to order a metric set of drill bits, at least to get like the 1 mil through 8 or 10 mil would be really nice. 8 mil would be really nice because then I could drill out parts for 8mm rods. Alright, we do extrude. Try this retraction test one more time. See if we made any progress here. Like, I'd hate to think that this is something like I did by like assembling this poorly, which, I mean, I don't think I've ever have, so. I need to load my settings again. There we go. Now we can go ahead and do that print. While that starts, now I want to wait. Yeah, I'm gonna let that start. I'm gonna go check on my kids and grab a snack real quick. I'll be right back. You guys can see if you see it actually start printing.
All right, let's see what happens. I want to change up my start G code a little bit. Oops, no. That. Yeah, I think that will be a little bit better. See how that Z height does. Hey, the knob finished. Hot dog. Amazing what happens when you print at the right temperature. Well, in just a few short minutes, we'll know if this helped at all. Oh, good gravy. I really hope it did. We can close out of this one. Oh, man. Yeah, let's hope you modeled it right. I don't know. Let me see if I can get it off real quick. Oh, this is running. Build plate to cool down a little bit. There it goes. Nope, that ain't gonna work, Aaron. Middle didn't stick. That didn't work at all. I wouldn't mind it though if it was, so on yours, Aaron, how deep is your knob? Maybe I'll just extrude yours down to make it longer. But my knob is 10 millimeters. And the depth on this one is probably only half that, right? Yeah, 5 mil, 5.5 mil looks like. Where's that 6? I'm getting like 5.8 is what I'm getting. Wouldn't mind if it was 10 mil deep. work at all. Nope, we still got strings. So someone said temp. So let's be double advocate here. Let's pump it up. Because the 200 is still getting strings. Same as I got a 290. And it's definitely retracting. I can feel it. The heatsink is cool. I can easily put my hand on that. It's not even warm at all. So it's not a heatsink issue. See you at 3D Obsession. Or whoever else is leaving, sorry. Martin. Nope, bumping that temperature made it way worse. I'm going all the way down to 190 now to see what it does. Yeah, like that. And then we can add a chamfer here on this inner side. It's a little one. We'll keep it at 0. Save that. No, this is PLA. Nice. I'll be happy to see it, Aaron. Even at 190, I'm all the way down to 190, still getting insane stringing. Why? Yeah, it's like really bad. Like really, really bad. So let's try another test here. Let's do let's keep it at 200, but let's slow it down. Let's do like 20 millimeter a second retraction. Let's make it take its time. Maybe these gears just don't have strong enough teeth and are having an issue with a faster retraction rate. Maybe. I'm just kind of going off the cuff here with this. I tried faster. I did not try slower though. So let's go down here to Megatron. Let's just call this slow retract. Keeping all our variables the same. What was that? Yeah, like this is worse than it's ever been. I mean, look at that. It's retracting, but it's like it wasn't even doing it. What it seems like. Does Prusa Slicer have that? Oh, wipe rod retracting. It does have that. Alright, yeah, I'll turn that on. See, again, I'm using Chris's profile, and he has that off. Let's just see how this does with a slower retraction. Back to Fusion. All right, we save that. Let's export this now. B3. PTG. PTG this time. And a taller knob. But I need to level this off again. Let's export this again. Go to Canvas Hub. Delete the old one. Upload the new one. Hit print. Yep, I'm gonna go press the button. try that again, see how that goes. We're gonna try another PLA after this and see how that goes. And this is the second brand. I mean, it's identical between the two of them. Other than that, man, this thing is printing so nicely. So nicely. There's no ringing in it at all. No ghosting. So upsetting. Oh, let's see here. Close this now. All right. That's all I can think of is PLA brand. Yeah, but I've used this printer on multiple. I've used this filament on other printers and never had this stringing. And I just used the other. So this is neat filament from 3D Printing Canada, and no issues with this on other printers. On actually my Mark III's was the last time I used it. I have some Ziltech. I had some Ziltech black around here somewhere. I have. Take this here. I have some Anycubic PLA here that was good last time I used it. I think someone said this is Anycubic is also Sunlu. I think is what someone said before. I don't remember though if that's fact or not. Same thing, still stringing. So let's try with the wipe now. Let's just stop. Just stop. Alright, let's give this one more try with the wipe. Because what is the... Let's double check what's here. 0.8, 0.6, 35. Yeah, and it has the retract on there. That's on the Prusa. So let's just make sure printer settings 0.2, 1 millimeter. Save this. Alright, let's slice and dice, export. Oh wait, we need to change the, let's take this back to 35. And then slice, export. Delete all these old ones off. Okay. Anycubic is Sunbow, yeah. Their spool looks the same. This will also be the first test of my start G code, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I've got dozens of different types of filament here that I can try. This is Ziltech, and Ziltech's usually pretty good. I have filament 1 here, ready to go. Oh, I should probably take the print off the bed. Oh, I just screwed it up. Son of a gun. There's a blob. I was trying to get the blob. I screwed it up. Not my day. Hard to tell. I've never encountered this before, and in testing over 20 printers, I've never encountered this issue before, ever. Now, what I will be mad about is if this ends up being a Prusa slicer thing, and I throw this into Simplify 3D and it comes out just fine. Then I'll be real mad. I might as well go ahead and make a do they have a Prusa profile? I do have one. These are all their default settings here. I don't know. The newest? 2.2.0? I don't have this issue on any of my other printers. Let's see if there's a newer version out. 2.2.0. That's the newest one out. That's what I have. What RC do I have though? release candidate. It doesn't say which RC this is, just say it's 220. You can have Kira. I hate Kira. It can go away. Yeah, it's been out since May 5th, so... Is Kiss Slicer even around anymore? $210, $210 on the Z. That's already set in there. Alright, so I need to get my start script from Prusa Slicer. Copy that. Let's put it into Simplify 3D. Ending script. Copy that one over. That's fine. We can keep that one the way it is. Like I said, I'll be super mad if this actually runs better on Simplify 3D. Maybe we'll try this next. Where is oxygen fill? This is 20. 5. Just some of my quick settings here. 2 dense support layers. Update. Okay. Alright, so if this still doesn't work with this wipe on, which it's not, it's still stringing. I'm gonna let it finish though, but I'm gonna try Prusa Slicer next. I'm sorry, I'm gonna try Simplify 3D next and see if that does anything different. What's my Ender 3 profile set to? Because Ender 3 comes out pretty good, but that's a 40, it's 0.5 on the wipe. What if I do 0.5? Let's leave it at 2.0. We'll leave it at what they set it to, and go from there. But you can see all the retractions happen inside Simplify 3D until they don't, and they come outside. Finish because I'm just angry at it now. Alright, so let's save this to here. Alright, let's try Simplify 3D now. See if that works any better. before I chuck it, show you guys. See, stringing is still there, even with the wipe on. Still there. I'll be so angry if it was this. But after this, we'll change filament again. We'll try a different brand of filament and see. Anycubic Mega S. Oh, I'm biased. I use Simplify 3D for everything, so except for Prusa products. But I really wanted to get it working for this. I'll be right back. Gotta go get one of the kids.
Oh, sorry about that. I forgot that I had it muted. Someone was saying E-steps. It's not E-steps. I wouldn't get nearly perfect prints if it was an E-step issue. And I've already calculated them and they're spot on. What are you doing? I need to pull settings from another printer because this is the one they have for the Mark III is just horrendous. That's 90, those are 100%. First layer settings always kill me here. Come on, prepare to print. Let's change this again here. All right, give me 1 second here to figure this out. Let's save this out then. Every time I gotta try a new slicer, things gotta change. Might just need to dial back my extrusion multiplier in this as well. We'll see how this goes because it's set to 1 by default. Jesse, I could give that a shot. But again, if it's failing, it's not off by that much. Because if it was that bad, then why would prints come out so well, yet have like the teensy tiniest little bit of stringing? I mean, I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but look how minimal the stringing is here. Come on, focus. Look how minimal that stringing is. It's almost as if it's what's it called? Spider web. Like it is so thin. So thin. Just the two don't coincide with each other, I don't think.
But for shits and giggles, I can do that. Yeah, you're right. Let me pull a... Where's my thermistors at? Let's go up here. Let's pull out the thermistor. Got one right here. You can try that one. Another one with the DuPont on it. Oh, they all have that, don't they? Oh, here's one with the DuPont. Nope, that's for a Mark 8. Alright, no, this will work. The filament's fine. It's not the filament. Let me dig out another spool aside from these two, because these two were open. Well, this one came from a container. Let me dig out another spool in here. Whoops. Sorry, not sorry. I had to turn the fan on for a bit. Alright, I got a push plastics that came out of a dry bin, and a transition spool that I made came out of a dry bin. This is still, I'm done with this. I don't have the time to be tuning a new slicer right now. We'll try the push plastic that just came out of the dry bin. So I also do have a tuning thing from Carl that I could try out. I met Carl in a Delta group, I think. One of the 3D printing Delta groups. And he's on my Discord. We were talking the other day. He's got a new retraction tuning test that he created. Where put that screwdriver at? Load filament real quick. See how it goes. So I'll try a different filament first, and then if this still isn't working, then I'll try a different thermistor and see if that does anything. I didn't think about the thermistor, to be honest. Really didn't. Alright, so we're going to go back to printing the Prusa Slicer 4-square test. Filament changed. And wait for it to bed level again. That knob is almost done and it's sticking, so it's hopefully the internals look better than the last one did. Alright. Come on. If this different filament was it, I'll be surprised. I will be. I really will be. Well, I do remember now, though, why I didn't use this bed before is because the magnets are strong, but they're not as strong as an original Prusa bed. Did it just cancel my bed leveling? Let's see what happens this time. Simplify 3D, you make me angry today. You normally don't make me angry. A little bit close. That's why. Need to change my Z offset in the firmware. Man, it's still screwed up. It's better than last time. Might be good enough though. Hey, Aaron, I don't know if you're there, but the internal geometry of this thing just does not want to print well. I think I've got a little bit of a leak on the Mark III. Might be time to do some maintenance. Had that machine for what, a year and a half now? I've no maintenance on it yet. There we go, I like it. Oh, well, don't tell the wife I'm using her filament. This mint is hers. On Brandon, on which printer? Your Bear clone? I can still see it barely. It's a little harder to see. Retraction should not be this difficult to set. Yeah, it's definitely still stringy. Can try, I don't know what to try now. You can try upping the retraction even more. Make it stupid high. 1.5 millimeters. Try the thermistor real quick. I guess we'll do that one next.
What's I don't know what E-jerk is set to, honestly. Let me look here. 4. I think that's what Chris has his set to for his bears. Would that need to be higher or lower? And what's the look at the Prusa Bear firmware. Where's the firmware at? Oh, there it is. Configuration. I want to find 4.5 is what it is in the bare firmware. But I need to turn that up then in mine? I'm not using Linear Advance. I don't think so. No, Linear Advance is not enabled. I mean, I could up the E-jerk to 4.5. Maybe that will take over that last little bit. You think, maybe? Is it worth a shot? .35. All right, we'll go. Let me change my offset as well while I'm in here. Oh, it is 2.35. Okay, let's send it to the printer. Okay. I changed it 4.5. I might not have changed it because I thought that's what I got out of Chris's. But where 10.10.4 on the Z. I have 0.3 on the Z here. 4.5. Well, I wasn't going to rip it apart, Jesse, to do the probe. I was just going to put it in here and then just run the cable and plug it in, because I already have this all sleeved, all nice and pretty, and I really don't want to change that. But at least we know it's not the filament. It's definitely the machine. 100% it's the machine. It's not the filament, because I have 3 different filaments here. All have the exact same issue. So, Aaron, I'm liking the knob. It didn't come out perfect, but it's better than what it was before. Alright, new firmware is uploaded. Let's reboot it. Connect again. Okay, so can close that. M502, M500. Let's make sure my offset came in. Okay. Right. Push slicer 1 and see how it goes. Sock back on. Okay. Localhost, I love it. They work out really well. Where are we at here? Yeah. So they work out. So this one is actually a corner rack. This one right here that you're seeing. So they match up on the one side. I actually have them zip tied together all the way down. And then they're really stable that way. I thought about mounting them to the wall, but I decided not to do that. Just mounted them to each other. I'm using big, thick. They're like 5mm or 6mm thick zip ties to do that. And then I'm only using, these are 4 shelf units. The corner was a 5 shelf unit, but I'm only using 4 of them, with this middle shelf right here being real thin, you see. And that's where I store just tools, and all my tape is on there and stuff like that. So it's a little utility shelf because the FT5 is so big. But yeah, so I can get 4 rows of printers easily. I could make this shorter up here, but I have it bigger for some of the larger oddball printers. The only thing though is if you have a full size what's it called? If you have a full size printer, or not sorry, full size. If you have a large printer, so like a 300 by 300, it will not fit this way. You have to do it like, that's a CR10S. It's going this way along with the shelf. It can't go this way. They're just too big. So that's one kind of thing to consider if you do have a 300 bed. But if you buy the corner unit, you can see up here, I have the X1, Artillery Sidewinder X1 up there. It fits perfectly fine. And then the Folgertech FT5 fits just perfectly inside of there, which I really like. And that works out well. And then that's the TiVo Tornado. So these are all 300mm printers because that's all that fits on here. They're not mounted to the floor, but they come with adjustable screw bottoms, and they come with casters. I do not have the casters on them. They just have the screw bottoms, so I just made them level to the floor, and it works out well. Yeah, there's definitely something. I changed something in the firmware. There's definitely something wrong. It didn't probe all the steps. So I might need to go back and change and advanced. I have the minimum probe edges set. Might just disable all these, and the next time I upload firmware, try it without that, because that it didn't finish the bed leveling. I don't know why. That's really odd that that happened. Make sure my Z is right. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty spot on there. Also, the Gecko Tech is really sticky for PLA, so it pretty much holds everything. But yeah, I wonder, could it be that my offsets or the minimum probe edges is interfering with it actually finishing? I do love how quiet this printer is. It's also a little loud because it's on the plastic table, but if I hold this thing in midair, it's silent. It'll be a lot quieter once I put it on the shelves. Oh, localhost, that's the other thing. So on my shelves here, I have white foam board that I bought. It's the, how many mil thick is that? 5 mil, maybe? Whatever, like project board, whatever they call it. I got a pack of 10 for, I think it was maybe $20 or $25. And I cut that down to fit. It takes 2 sheets, well, a sheet and like a third, in order to fit in there perfectly, or a sheet and a half. Yeah, because I can get 1 full sheet in and then half here and half on another shelf. And all the printers sit on us. They don't actually sit on the metal, so that really helps keep everything a lot quieter because it's not actually sitting on the metal. It has a foam core insulation between the two. Brandon, I don't want to speak too soon, but brother, I owe you a frickin' beer. Because I think that did it, man.
Augie, I'm sorry. What are you talking about, dude? A keyboard? I mean, it's better. It's not. I don't think it is perfect though. We're still getting a little bit of stringing in there. So I wonder, would it hurt if I change it to 5? Because that definitely made a difference. Like, I'll show you. It's going to be night and day between this print and that one, I think. But I wonder if I should change it to 5. Yeah, definitely still there. It's better. It's definitely still there, though. I wonder, should I do higher? Where are you at here? The faster the E-jerk is, the faster it can change from retraction to... No, it's just a pain to keep uploading the firmware and retesting. But I am going to make the changes to the edge and see if that helps at all. I will, yeah. All right, let's change this to 5. Upload. Prowler face is disconnected. Yeah, I did get a probing failed. Why did the probing fail?
there's an open issue with the auto leveling, but again, it only just recently changed. Why did it just do that? I did. I'm just waiting for it to upload. Oh, it uploaded. Okay. Let's go to the SD card, rename the file. Where's it at? There it is. And reboot. So I guess it did. I mean, it looked fine at the bottom, but then it got worse and worse. It looks almost the same, actually. So let's just make that. It just looked really good at the bottom, and I said it looked good before I even started. Alright, so we've got that now. So M502, M500, 501. Let's see here. Everything's enabled. Accelerations are there. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything different. We try again. We're trying with the higher one now. We'll see how that does. I also need to see if my if auto bed leveling works now, or if it ever died again. How much do I miss the room I was in? I miss it, I guess, a fair bit, because I already had like big shelves in there that I could have used for this. And I miss my workbench. I definitely miss my workbench, because I only have this. This is what, about 5 foot right here, just out of the frame. This 5 foot, I think I have this as 30 inches deep or something like that. So I get a lot up here, but I can't actually like work on it. I wish I had another one like here, but then I would lose so much space. I kind of thought about going and buying another desktop piece like this, a slab, and making one for right here. I don't think I'll ever do it though, because my other problem is, I mean, this is only anchored in the wall. So granted, it's anchored in there with like 3 or 4 inch concrete anchors. I just worry though. Let's see if we complete a bed leveling this time. So the end of this row is where it normally fails, at number 15. It was a massive space. I mean, it was so big. My camera, I was using a 50mm lens on my camera. Hey, it made it further. Nope, it failed. I wonder why it keeps failing.
I have no idea why it keeps failing. But yeah, so that space was so big. I had a 50mm lens, way off, which gave me that big bokeh effect on me, and I loved it. I mean, it was, yeah. But here's not bad. I mean, I've got my lights mounted to the ceiling, and they're projected this way. I've got a streaming light up here that kind of helps fill this over my desk void. I have a separate space downstairs for just the resin printers that the kids don't go in, so I can keep my resin out there, basically outside almost. It's just a separate room off the kitchen. But yeah, I mean, it's tight, but I make it work for the most part. It's an absolute wreck right now, though. But fixing this is also taking up a majority of my time. I didn't get rid of any printers when I moved because I didn't have as many as I have now, but I have gotten rid of several now, and I've repurposed a few as well. Yeah, it's not, I like this streaming setup a little bit better, so I can have the 2 screens. I can be able to stream that. I can see. I'm looking at my other. So my camera's on top of this one here, this monitor, and this other monitors where I have Streamlabs, and I can read all the comments and everything. And I've got my camera mounted where I normally record at. That's where I'm getting this, more close-in shot here, like that. So this is a new camera. It's got a bit of a delay to it, so I'm not terribly happy with it, to be honest. But yeah, I like having the table here instead because, again, I can interact a little bit more with everybody. I don't know if you guys can see the delay on that other camera or not. It's just tight too. I mean, if I had like 2 more feet this way, and I tell my wife this all the time, if this room was 2 more feet wider and another 8 or 10 feet deeper, it'd be so much better. Because our living room, like, this is like the stairs here and a little hallway here, and then it goes out to our gigantic living room. The living room is enormous. It's stupid big. And taking up like 8 or 10 feet more for this room would be so much nicer. I do like the built-in shelves, though. That helps out quite a bit. But I only have to deal with it for 1 more year, and then we'll see what the next place brings. Oh, and Brandon, you had joked, I don't know if you're still there, you were joking before about the reverse Bowden tube. Another thing that this is huge reverse Bowden tube, so this is a 3mm ID. So there's no way the friction is not even a problem. So I like to use a larger one. Watching, waiting to see what happens here. Secret stairwell behind the shelves. No, because that's a living room right there. But these bottom cabinets are huge. They're deep. I mean, they're 2.5 feet deep, something like that. They're enormous. I have a ton of stuff under there that I have to kind of like shove away. Yeah, Jesse, I move every 2 to 3 years. So I might try a higher retraction with a higher E-jerk now. I still don't know why my probing is failing now, though. It's kind of ticking me off. It was working just not that long ago, and I didn't change anything that would... I mean, the only thing I changed recently was the... no, Eduardo, didn't get it yet. We're trying. We're diving a deep end of firmware now. I did change the bed stuff on it. So I did change the bed size in here to account for all of its min and maxes. Not yet. Jesse, I mean, if you have the money, they're not bad. But you probably could, if you could find yourself somebody with a laser cutter, you probably could have them do it for you for cheaper, to be honest. And you could 3D print the bracket, the hinges, and the knobs for it. I mean, it's not bad. It's just a little on the expensive side, I feel. And I think you could do it yourself for less than the $350. If you can get a friend to laser cut it for you. That big. I mean, they have to have a huge laser cutter. That's the other thing. They kind of get away with it because they have a gigantic laser cutter. So unless you have something custom or industrial, you can't cut these yourself as a hobbyist. Yeah, it was exactly the same, Brandon. I just went with 0.2 because that's what Chris uses. I mean, I can't figure out what the heck this problem is. Why is it like this? Sometimes at home's a little bit loud. Let's try this out. Yeah, even with that higher E-jerk, we're still seeing... Oh, I'm not the wrong camera. Hang on. We're still seeing major stringing here. All over the place. Major stringing. I think... I did not try turning it off.
where is... I thought here in the bear there was a thing for the Prusa slicer thing. Where did I see that at? Doesn't he have a thing for how to do the Prusa slicer setup? For the bear? Hey, Zoe. Alright, so this is with a higher, much higher retraction. I could have swore I just saw a thing for the slicer. Not in there. Not in there. Prusa slicer config. Here it is. Oh, it's just his beginning code. Nothing here on it. What is the worst film you ever bought, Zoe? I'm not seeing anything on his GitHub or slicer. Not at all. I tried Z-hop off though. I did try that. I tried Z-hop of 0.2, 0.6, and 0.8. But I did not, and I did turn it off as well. And stringing was still there.
And when it's retraction, I can still see some filament off the nozzle there. It really makes me wonder what would be causing it then. Even making it go really fast doesn't do anything. Try slowing it way down now. Nope, still there. Still doing it all there. So, all right. Well, I do have this retraction test from Carl. I'm gonna go and give that a shot, and kind of let it just run. Because it's not going to finish tonight. Where did it go? Right here, my downloads. There it is, calibration. Where am I at here? Streamlabs. Oh, false alarm, that's good. So here's Carl's test. Alright, here, yeah.
So X is 250, 210. Start retraction at, we're going to do it 0.1. I want to be in 0.1 increments. Retraction speed at 10, that's fine. Increment at 10. Just do it. Let's grab my start G code here. And starting temp at, oh shit, where'd I go? 190. Increment the temperature. No, we'll just do it at 200. Bed temp will be 60. Fan speed at 65%. Alright, generate G code. We'll see how this goes. Maybe this will yield me some better results. Where'd that other one go? Trying to get rid of that one there. Minimize that. Oh, get out of here. Minimize that. Copy this here. Notepad++. Yeah, so we go from 0.1. I think I should do that differently though. We should start at 0.5, I guess. Increment up by 0.2. Let's do that way. I think that'll be better. Delete that. Copy this here. Plus. Yeah, that'll take me from 0.5 all the way up to 3.5. So it's stupid high. It's fine. But this should give me a little bit better of an idea on what's going on, I think. So, but yeah, we're gonna kick this off here. And we're gonna let that run. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. It's late. It was a long stream of getting really nothing done. But hey, if I figure this out, I'll make sure to post on what's going on and let you guys know if I was able to figure out what it is, what it wasn't, or anything like that. If you have any suggestions on what I can do, please put it down in the comments or hit me up on Twitter or something like that. I'd love to hear if someone has anything else to try. You know, maybe in the firmware, maybe I missed something in the bare firmware that should have been in there but not. But I got this from someone who has a printer that's very similar to this one and it works well for them. So I'm just really confused on what is causing these micro, you know, retraction issues, because it's very, very small. Other than that, the prints are coming out near flawless. I mean, I will say nearly flawless. They look great. But just having these little wisps are just driving me crazy. So I thank you guys for tuning in. Again, leave some comments down below. Make sure you like the stream. I'll see you back here next Saturday. We have a big show for next Saturday. I'm going to start assembling the MGN BLV, or the BLV MGN Cube. So it is a huge 300 by 300 millimeter Core XY that I bought, and I have it under my desk. It's here. It's ready to go. We're going to do the frame next Saturday. So tune in for that, and tune in for any of the videos I put up. So take it easy, guys. Have a good night. Happy printing.